Greetings. My name is Neosekken, and welcome back. Welcome to my brand new Let's Play of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 2. Now, if you're just joining me from the finale of Hinamizawa, I'm making all kinds of mistakes right now. I am sorry. If you're just joining me from the finale of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 1, welcome back. If not, then, well, I strongly suggest that you either check out my Let's Play of Higurashi Chapter 1 in its entirety, or just do your own reading or what have you on the events of Chapter 1 before resuming this video, because, well, I'm going to pretty much be treating this as a direct continuation from the events of Chapter 1, so spoilers are inbound. Now, that being said, to try and briefly recap, emphasis on try, long story short, my and Keiichi's attempts to uncover the truth behind the mysterious incidents that we've uncovered in Hinamizawa and how they tied to Keiichi's own predicament towards the later half of the game ended up going in smoke when Keiichi ended up in a fit of hysteria, ended up clawing out his own throat and bled to death, not unlike how Tomotaki-san, a photographer that would annually visit Hinamizawa, ended up killing himself. Just days or weeks before Keiichi ended up doing the same thing. And on top of that, a little note that Keiichi left to try to give any important information or clues that he could to police on what might be happening. Well, part of it ended up going missing, along with a syringe that likely contained a drug that would have caused the same symptoms in Keiichi that occurred in Tomotaki-san when he died. Said syringe being the same one that Reina and Mion apparently tried to inject into him when Keiichi ended up retaliating and just beating him to death with Satoshi's bat. So, yeah, a lot happened in the very last chapter of Chapter 1, to say the least. Again, if this sounds like a lot to take in, or you're just plain lost, once again, I strongly recommend you brush up on the events of Chapter 1 before continuing. Last warning. So, yeah, Keiichi went into a fit of hysteria, tried calling Ueshi-san, and, well, he apparently ended up clawing out his own throat. He ended up dying. And, well, the bit of the note that contained information about the syringe, about a drug that ended up possibly killing Tomotaki-san, and the syringe itself ended up going missing, so everything that Keiichi did up until that point ended up going in smoke in regards to trying to find out the truth of what was going on in Hinamizawa. And his case was pretty much listed as unresolved in the police archives. And Reina, along with, Reina and Mion's deaths just being written off as just a homicide or premeditated crime committed by Keiichi. So it just left things on a very dark note. And I didn't take too kindly to that, honestly, because it just left so many things unresolved. And then after that, I unlocked a little cast interview where it just showed the cast of characters here just going over the events of Chapter 1, speculating what could have been the cause behind everything. And, well, I'm pretty much leaning on the theory that people are ultimately responsible for what may be going on here in Hinamizawa, and not something supernatural like Ueshiro-sama's curse. Now, if you want to know the reasons why I think that's the case, I strongly suggest that you check out the last 8 minutes or so of my Let's Play, the finale, my Let's Play of Higurashi Chapter 1, so you guys can just get my reasoning and my reasoning and all that stuff there, because I don't really feel like recapping it here, and I've already been talking for about 5 minutes, and I haven't started the game yet, so I'm just going to shut the fuck up and just get started on things. So, yeah, in case I failed to mention it, and I think I did, well, I'm playing a modded version of Higurashi Chapter 2, because it was brought to my attention when I published the first episode of Higurashi Chapter 1 that I was playing in short a vanilla version of the game that lacked CG artworks, voice acting, redone soundtracks, and a bunch of other stuff. that was made for a console version of Higurashi When They Cry, which I was faintly aware of the existence of before I learned all the details about what these changes were when I ended up doing some research on the mods. And well, what I decided to do is I decided to look into the fan group called 07th or 7th Mod, and use their mods and patches to take these elements from the console version, which, well, was also supervised by the creator of the original Higurashi When They Cry. So they're pretty much official, these assets. They're not like fan-made or anything like that. And so I patched them into my copy of Chapter 2 here. So it's undoubtedly going to create a very different presentation from what we've seen in Chapter 1 when I was just playing the quote-unquote vanilla version of the game. And I'm pretty sure you guys would appreciate it, right? That I'm going down my way here to make sure I'm playing a version of the game that has CG artwork, voice acting, all missing story content from the console versions ported here onto the PC version, uncensored content, all the good stuff. So yeah, if it seems really jarring how different everything's gonna look when I hit start, then well, that's pretty much why. I'm playing technically a consoleized version of the PC game. So before I start again, I noticed that when I looked at the configuration settings, I have two different options for character sprites, and the resolution, of course, went up a good notch as well compared to the vanilla version. So what I think I'm going to do for the character sprites, if I understood what the modding page told me, is that the remake option here gives me the option to use the remade sprites that were done for the Steam and GOG releases, basically the same character sprites that we've seen in Chapter 1, or I can use the sprites that were used for the console version. So what I'm going to do, at least starting out, is see what the console version of the sprites look like, and well, if they have a very noticeable lack in quality, or they don't mesh well enough with the CG artwork we might see, I might just switch back to the remake sprites. But otherwise, if the console sprites do mesh well with all the new art assets that we're going to see in this, then I'll just leave the console sprites on. Anyway, enough chatting. You're all probably really mad at me right now, so let's just go ahead and get started. Watanagashi, the most possibilities. Cotton drifting chapter. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? It was kind of terrifying. A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Not exactly. Here at last. It is no surprise attack, but a real, direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious. So, in other words, it's just about the same overall as Onikakushi? In terms of its quote-unquote difficulty? I'm a bit lost here. So let's just start. Holy shit! That is voiced, those are voiced lines. Keyboard instruction, mod shortcuts. M increases volume, and... Hey, I wasn't done reading! Hey! God damn it. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. Frederica Bernkastel. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons or organizations is entirely coincidental. AD 1983, the early summer of the 58th year of the Showa era. Higurashi When They Cry.
打ちつかれたこの鼓動は無力で儚いもの痛みは空よりもうららかに も熱も夢も明日も空気中にさまよった理想怒り視線切な渦を巻くような暗く深い場所じりじり音を立ててからめとられ数えきれぬほどの瞳が全部笑ったら後ろの正面その目は誰あいあいえまるで闇に描かれた叶わない夢模様髪を振り乱すような気配がざわめくやがてそこに訪れた両手に余る悲しみ叫びは高らかに慈しむほど痛みは空よりもうららかに水槽のディスペア
Quite the difference, I gotta say, between openings of Chapter 1, Chapter 2. I like it, and we got a different dialogue box. It resembles something like your typical visual novel. I think I'll like this too. Got our log option right here. Now, does the space bar... Yep, it gets rid of dialogue box, so this will definitely be handy for screenshots. Fantastic. Got our menu options. Okay, so we can just... Good. Good, good, good. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Okay, I guess I got keyboard, the enter option disabled to advance dialogue, so I guess I'll just use my mouse. Yeah, this is definitely a different art. Well, this is an art style, actually, now that I think about it, because what I end up seeing for backgrounds in Chapter 1 was just pretty much blurred out photographs, from what I could tell. So, technically, I mean, it wasn't, none of it was even drawn, except for the character portraits. But this, though, I like this. This definitely adds a bit of unique character to everything. Now, can I get somebody on screen so I can take a good look at their sprites? Huh? Wasn't it Sunday? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep. Back to sleep. Ring, ring.
Keiichi, 起きてる?
Oh, sweet. There's even names to identify who's speaking for the dialogue box. That was just such a minor annoyance at times, honestly, of Chapter 1 for me, was that when the character sprites don't really change at all, and if someone else is speaking, sometimes it kind of threw me off and made me confused as to who was actually talking. But this, such a quality of life improvement. Thank you so much for adding it. Keiichi, are you awake?
電話よ.
You have a phone call. So, Keiichi, you're all safe and sound. Unless this is taking place right before your untimely demise at the end of Chapter 1. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call. I sprang up out of bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. Now that I think about it... No, wait. This might be a different scene from what I think I might be remembering from Chapter 1. He's awake. I'll put him on right now. My mother informed the person on the other end of the line.
もしもし。
Hello?
俺。
It's me.
どちら様?
Who might this be? Hi, Reina.
おはよう、ケイチくん。
Morning, Keiichi-kun.
お寝坊さんだね。
You're such a sleepyhead. Such a sleepyhead.
レナか。こんな朝っぱらから何の用だよ。
Oh, Reina. What's up? Calling so early in the morning.
朝っぱらってことはないと思うな。もうお昼だよ。
I don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, you know. It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day.
で、なんか用か?
So, what's up?
ちょっと待ってね。
Hold on a second.
今、みーちゃんに変わるよ。
I'll put Mi-chan on now.
Good morning, ケイちゃん。
Oh, hi you, Kei-chan. Hello, Mion. In that little opening cinematic I just saw, I saw someone else who looked an awful lot like you, Mion, but they wore their hair down. Do you have a twin?
日本語で言うなら、おはよう、ケイちゃんってとこかな。
If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning.
ついでに中国語とドイツ語とロシア語でも言ってみろ。
While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well?
ニーハオ、ケイちゃん。
Nahao, Kei-chan.
グーテンモルゲン、ケイちゃん。
Guten Morgen, Kei-chan.
ロシア語
Russian?
ダズビダーニャ。知るわけないでしょ
Das Vandania. How the hell should I know?
まあいいや。
Well, whatever.
バカな話してたら目が覚めた。
This stupid conversation has woken me up.
そりゃ結構なことで。
That's good to
で
hear.
さ、ケイちゃん今日暇
So, Kei-chan, you free right now?
ケイちゃんが大丈夫なら全員揃うんだけどな。
If you're good, then we've got everybody. Everybody. Did she mean all the club members?
そうだよ。
That's
ま
right.
あ、普段の激戦を思えば、休日くらいのどかに、なんて思ってるかもしれないけど。
You might be thinking, every day always ends in heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully.
そりゃ甘いよ、ケイちゃん。
You're too naive, Kei-chan.
へいへい。
Yeah,
あ
yeah.
らゆる環境に対応して最善手を模索するのが我が部の趣旨だもんな。
The aim of our club is to find the best solution for everyone, every
つ
situation.
まり休日だろうとお構いなしってわけだ。
In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend.
おお、ケイちゃんも我が部のことが分かってきたね。
Ooh, it looks like Kei-chan has come to understand our club.
でどうこれさ、
So how about it? Can you come? I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? Maybe staring at paint dry?
別に予定なんかねえし。
It's not like I plan on doing anything.
嫌だって言ったら不先輩扱いでどんな罰ゲームを課せられるやら。
Oh yeah, you occasionally like to stay up watching television, don't you? Maybe find something on the tube. And if I said no, you'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways.
そこまで分かってるなら断れないよね。
If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right? You're evil, Mion.
もし OK ならいつもの待ち合わせ場所に1に集合。
If you're okay with it, then meet at the usual place at 1 o'clock.
街へ行くから自転車で来てね。
We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay? Club activities in town. Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense.
私、おとといの赤杯、かなり根に持ってるからね。
I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple of days ago.
今日ははっきり言って、負けないよ。
I'll say it right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all points were tallied. In the end, I won by only one chip. So basically, by a sliver of your hair. Mion came in second. Okay, so this is what you look like on the console, huh, Mion? Now that we got a character sprite on the screen, I want to see if I can change the character sprite in real time. Yep. So it definitely is the GOG and Steam release sprites then. So I'll just switch back to console for now. Damn it! To think, if I hadn't squandered that one chip! Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact that she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So, does she mean for today to be a grudge match? Most likely.
上等だ
Bring it on!
おととい同様一気に畳んで罰ゲームさせてやるぜ
Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game.
せいぜい自分がやらされても辛くない内容にしとくんだな
Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose.
そうこなくちゃ。
Wouldn't have it any other way.
潰しがいがないもんね。
It'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I head back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down.
あら、ケイチ。上機嫌みたいね。お出かけ
Oh, Keiichi, you seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out?
そんなとこ
Something like that.
俺みんなと街に遊びに行ってくるから
I'm going to town to play with everybody.
行ってらっしゃい。
Take care.
車に気をつけるのよ。
Watch out for traffic.
夕飯までには帰ってくるのよ。
Be back before dinner.
へいへいちゃんと帰ってくるって
Yeah, I'll be back by then. Again, this is just such a nice difference from just the simple blurred out photographs. I mean, look at this. Everything feels like it has unique character to it now. Well, I guess the old art style from the first chapter did have its own unique character to it too, but it just doesn't feel like just a random collection of photographs from probably various different locations in the real world that were just scrambled and cut together in just the right way to make a cohesive, well, looking place overall, that being Hinamizawa. But this, you can just make everything exactly the way you want it to look. And just look neat to boot. I'm loving it. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Yep, even their mouths move when they speak. I wonder though, can you do that with the Steam sprites? Let me see real fast. Reina, why aren't you changing to your Steam sprite? Sweetie, I am basically God here, and I changed the configuration. You don't need to rebel against me. You're Keiichi-kun, you're late.
ああ待たせたな
Ah, sorry to keep you waiting.
あれ貞子とリカちゃんは
Huh? Where's Satoko and Rika-chan?
あの二人はここで待ち合わせるより、直接街で合流した方が早いよ。
I guess that's a no on the mouth movements for the update for the remake sprites, so we're going right back to console. Plus, I guess it does ultimately mesh better with the background anyway, so Yeah. Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side past the pool.
そうそう。街で部活ってどういうことだよ。
Oh yeah. What's up with doing club activities in town?
まさか、みんなで覆面をして日が暮れるまでにいくつ銀行が襲えるかっていうのじゃねえだろうな。
Can't be that everybody's going to put on masks and rob banks all day, is it?
別にそれでもいいけど。
I wouldn't mind doing that.
それでも私は負けないけどね。
Even then, I wouldn't lose to you.
みーちゃんってね、なぜか現金輸送車の順路とか時間とかをいつもレナに教えてくれるんだよ。
You see, Mi-chan always tells me the routes and schedules of the armored bank cars.
なんでだろうね。なんでだろうね。
I wonder why. I wonder why. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. You don't think they're being serious, do you? Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that.
マジかよ、ミオン。
Seriously, Mion?
レーナまだ何言ってんの
What are you saying?
みーちゃんごめんね。みーちゃんごめんね。
Sorry, Mi-chan. Sorry. Two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Yeah, but now I'm wondering, is this going to be like your typical Stephen King story or something? 'Tis was a beautiful day, and then great evil came! Because I swear that's like every fucking Stephen King story ever.
おい、二人とも。
Hey, you two.
サトコとリカちゃんが先に待ってるんだろ。
Satoko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they?
じゃれてないで早く行こうぜ。
But stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, fooling about like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wish I could just keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun.
そうだね。じゃあ行こっか。
Alright, then let's go.
目標は10億強奪。
The goal is to plunder 1 billion.
山分けしたらみんなで高飛びだぜ。
Once we split the loot, everybody scram. Yeah! Okay, so here's another question I have. Since I'm playing a version of the game that was built for an entirely different entirely different system, that being, well, what, the PlayStation 2, compared to the PCs back in the day, how many characters can show up on screen at once? Like, only 3 at a time, like was the case with, Episode 1? Chapter 1, excuse me? Or can I see 4 or more people show up on screen at once? 3 of us on our bikes head over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally can't come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself for that matter. The street we were headed down today was of course unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we head past the south end of the station.
こっち側は来るの初めてだな。
This is the first time I've been this way.
こっちにはね、ゲームセンターとかおもちゃ屋さんとかがいろいろあるの。
Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores.
みーちゃんが詳しいよ。
Mi-chan knows a lot about it.
ゲーセンもあるのか。
So there's an arcade.
俺、前は結構通ってたからな。
I used to go to one pretty often. I miss the days of being able to go to the arcade myself. I didn't go there and play on the games too much, but it was just fun just being in one. I really miss those days. I'm feeling sad now.
ゲーマーの血がうずくぜ。
My gamer's blood roils within me.
ゲーセン通いなんて、ケイちゃん不良だね。
Always going to an arcade? Kei-chan, you're quite the delinquent. Playing video games does not a delinquent make.
今度来た時に案内してあげるよ。
Fuck anyone that says otherwise. They probably just spend their Saturday mornings just really getting into fantasy football or something. Next time we're here, I'll show you wherever it is. And by the way, no, I don't. There's nothing wrong with engaging with fantasy football. I'm just simply saying, if you're going to call somebody a delinquent for playing video games, don't be surprised if said delinquent decides to throw shots right back at you for your hobby. That's all I'm saying. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is.
結構台数を揃えたいい店があるから。
It's a good one. There's quite a few machines. It seems like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? Going by all the stuff I see up front, I'm going to bet that it's at least a shop for, well, various anime shows and manga. No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seems like your everyday toy shop, or it could be a toy shop, I guess. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves.
ひょっとして、あの店で今日何かイベントでもあるのか?
Could it be that store is having some sort of event today?
その通り。
Exactly.
優勝賞金は5万円。
Top prize is 50,000 yen.
5万円?
50,000?
なんだよそれ!
What the heck is that?
ケイチ王国の5年分の GNP に匹敵するぞ!
That's the GNP of the People's Republic of Keiichi 5 times over! The People's Republic of Keiichi sounds like a real shithole place to live. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands.
皆様方
Hello, Satoko, Rika. I like the thing. Hello, everybody.
お待ちしてましたよ
We've been waiting for you.
おはようございますなのです
Good morning.
おう!
Hey!
おはよう、リカちゃん。
Good morning, Rika-chan.
さあとこ、警察が来る前にケリをつけるぞ。
Satoko, we'll sell this before the cops get here.
目標は10億強奪だ。
The goal is to plunder 1 billion.
ケイチさんの話がわかりませんわ
Huh? Kei-chan, I have no idea what you're talking about.
遅くなったかなリカちゃんたちは今来たの
So, only 2 people at once so far? Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting?
今日は早く終わったのでだいぶ待ってましたですよ
We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while.
そりゃあ悪いことしたわ。
I'm sorry about that.
こっちはケイちゃんがなかなか来なくてさ。
Kei-chan here was taking his sweet time.
ケイチでは仕方ありませんですよ
I just realized I made a mistake in identifying the console these assets were taken from. These were actually taken from, like, I think the PS3 version? Because now I remember the modding pages saying something about these assets belonging to, like, the PS3 or something. So, my mistake if this little error of mine ended up irking some of you more savvy on these mods. Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, it couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting me on his head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy? Well, that is the purpose of a scapegoat, is it not? To lay all the blame on someone else, even if they had absolutely nothing to do with what you were accusing them of? Of course!
ケイチさんでなくては務まらない大役でしたよ
Who else but Keiichi-san could fill this important role?
実に嫌な大役だな。
I don't like being cast like that.
こんなので丸く収まると思ったら大間違いだぞ。
If you think this will solve everything, you're sorely mistaken. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Don't smack the small child, just poke her. Smack, 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 smack.
ケイチさんがぶった
Now look what you've done, you brute. Keiichi-san hit me!
ケイチにいじめられてかわいそうですよ。
It's such a shame that Keiichi's bullying you.
さとこちゃん泣いてる。
Satoko's crying. She's crying, and you are enjoying this. And you're enjoying Satoko's crying as usual, you sadist, you.
お持ち帰り
And threatening to take her home, as usual. I'm taking her home!
悪い人はレナお姉ちゃんがやっつけてあげるからね。
Your big sis here will take care of the bad guy, okay? Please don't. I remember you promising to take care of Keiichi at the end of Chapter 1, and I didn't exactly like your method of going about it. It was kind of terrifying. Wham! I got smacked. Reina ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine. Yep.
やっぱりこれが正しい丸い収め方だよな。
This is the way things are supposed to be solved. I guess better this than getting stuck with needles or being threatened with axes.
前歯が欠ける前に新しいオチを探した方がいいと思うけどね。
Although I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth. Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers a few at a time.
みーちゃんはこのおもちゃ屋さんの常連なの。
Mi-chan is a regular at this toy shop,
だから友達もすっごく多いの。
so she has a lot of friends. Now I remember, she goes to a shop to get her board games, doesn't she? Is it this one?
おもちゃ屋の常連って何なんだ？
No, I think it was actually a game shop. A regular at a toy shop. What's up with that?
ほらケイチさん、奥をご覧なさいませ。
Hey, Keiichi-san, take a look back here. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately.
まさかこれって部活の会場なのか？
Couldn't be. This is the venue for today's club activities?
驚いたかい、ケイちゃん。
Surprised, Kei-chan?
私、この店のおじさんと仲良しでね。
I'm good friends with the owner here.
たまに客寄せイベントってことで、ゲーム大会を開かせてもらってるんだよ。
He sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. Expand his customer base. I see. Meaning all the boys lining up the place were participants?
そうなの。
That's right.
いつもは5人だけど、今日はもっともっと大勢での部活なんだよ。
Normally it's just us 5, but today we're going to play with lots and lots of people. Well, at least we'll have lots and lots of witnesses around in case something off occurs. Reina was instantly happy about being able to play with so many people. My expression grew noticeably stern.
ケイチさんの考えてること、手に取るように分かりましたよ。
Okay, you're like dead center in the screen, so I do think it's possible for there to at least be 3 characters popping up at once. Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking.
ほ
Oh?
う。じゃあ試しに行ってみようか。
Well then, why don't you try saying
言
it?
うぞ。せーの。
Together, okay? 1, 2... These are all enemies! Satoko's voice and mine blend together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame.
ね、ケイちゃん。
Hey, Kei-chan.
今日は楽しめそうでしょ
Looks like today will be fun.
まあな。
Well,
ライバルが何人増えようが、狙うものに変わりはないさ。
no matter how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same.
ライバル
Rivals?
はあ、ケイちゃん。
Kei-chan.
クジラが水を飲むとき、今飲んだ水の中に何匹シラスが混じっていたか、いちいち数えてると思う
Do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats? Don't really see how it could, since they're practically microscopic compared to a whale. She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can get today.
本気なのは私だけじゃないよ。
I'm not the only one who's serious. Stop reading his mind. That's creepy.
ほら、リカちゃんを見てごらんよ。
Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me.
なんだありゃ。
What the heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness. How are you being cute right now? Are you in cat mode or something?
僕も頑張るのですよ。
No, you don't have cat ears for that, so that won't work. That can't be it. I'm also going to do my best.
ファイト、王なのです。
Go for it. Yay! So, just being enthusiastic then.
ファイト
Go for it! Yay! Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. You're all weak. It would take a lot more than that to get me to go along with stuff like this. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn. She's already chomping at the bit.
今日は楽しくなりそうだね。
Seems like today's going to be fun.
頑張るよ。
I'm going to do my best.
はう
Oh? It seemed that Reina was also unusually fed up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. Better cute mode than protect mode, I guess. In any case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. You're right about that, but not in the way you think. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was the state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind.
ミヨンめ、恥も外聞も捨てるくらいに本気だな。
Damn it, Mion. Throwing away her honor and humanity like that. She's serious.
ケイチさん知らないんですの
Keiichi-san, didn't you know?
賞金の5万円、ミオンさんの自腹でしたよ。
The 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets. Wow, you got some pretty decent pockets then, don't you, Mion? What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen? All by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that wrapped Mion's surroundings began to appear.
ん？何？ケイちゃん。
What is it, Kei-chan? You're loaded!
私の顔に何かついてる？
Is there something on my face? Please don't invert the colors and introduce that creepy music in the background, please. That's gonna make me worried. A shiver crept up my spine. Although, now that I think about it, one of the mods that was supposedly installed was a remake of the official soundtrack that I included on the checklist for the installer. So I'm assuming that's what I'm listening to, because I looked at the installation folder for both the mods and Chapter 2 after I applied the mods with the installer, and I think it said there was options available for the mods, but I didn't see anything. So maybe it's there and I just didn't look hard enough, but the reason I'm mentioning this is because if this is the remade version of the soundtrack, if I could just speak proper English, is this really the high quality version that the mods promised? I'll have to check into it after this episode, I mean, because I want to be sure that I actually have everything I wanted installed. That Mion, coining herself like that. She was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it. My knees are shaking like crazy. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win.
最高の舞台じゃねえか。
You couldn't ask for a better stage than this.
面白くなってきやがったぜ。
This is getting interesting. Keiichi-kun!
頑張ろうね。
Let's do our best, okay?
頑張ろうね。
Do our best.
はう
Rena was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Rena in her cute mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her if possible.
Rika-chan!
Rika-chan, do your best! We're all cheering you on!
はい、
Okay,
頑張りますですよ。
I'll do my best. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Yeah, I don't remember any of this stuff happening at all in Chapter 1, what we're doing right now. So, did this happen on a day that we didn't see in Chapter 1? Or is this like some kind of alternate universe sort of thing or sort of thing going on? Because those are the only two things I can think of that would explain what I'm seeing here along with Keiichi being alive, is that this all had to have taken place at some point prior to the events of Chapter 1, during a day in Chapter 1 that we might have somehow missed, although I don't see how that could have been possible. Or it's an alternate universe deal. Maybe I'll find out someday. Nonchalantly avoiding things like oh, okay, I just read this. Like Rena, she was somebody who didn't want to fight if I could help it.
もちろん、一番戦いたくないのはミオンさんですけどね。
Of course, you don't want to fight the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san.
何度か部活で奴と視線をくぐったが、
I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but
今日ほどヤバいと思う日はないぜ。
I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous.
ミオンさん、一昨日のポーカーで負けたの相当根に持ってるみたいでしたよ。
Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know.
らしいな。
Seems that way.
つまり今日は ミオンの復讐のための特設部隊ってわけだ。
In other words, today's just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured that out now? It wasn't just Mion. Both Reina and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah. One's gonna pop up today. Without doubt, there'll be casualties.
私とケイチさんがなんとなく置いてきぼりですわね。
It seems that somehow Keiichi-san and I are the only ones left.
いかがでございましょう。
What do you think?
なんでしたらスマートに初戦をお手合わせ願えませんかしら。
Should we not have our match during the opening round?
そうしよっか。
Might as well.
俺もエンジンがかかるまで鳴らしようし。
I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. My spinal column shuddered, like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning. And like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, it began to freeze. Yeah, the music definitely sounds quieter. Everything seems normal, or when it comes to the default settings, except for, well, character sprites and, well, full screen settings, so... I could almost see the flames backline Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask.
そんなに俺を初戦で消したいかよ。
You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round.
殺気が隠せてないぜ。
You can't hide that murderous intent. I hope for our sake that that's the playful murderous intent, because if it's not, then, well... Be prepared to protect yourself, my friend.
あら、残念ですわね。
And obviously, yes, I know that's the playful murderous intent, but I don't know, I'm just kind of hoping that that will be the only kind of murderous intent that we'll see from Satoko throughout this chapter. Or, well, from any of the characters, really, but somehow, I don't think the gods are going to hear my prayers on this one. Oh, that's too bad.
ケイチさんにしてはなかなか慎重でしたよ。
You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Satoko during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. You sure about that? I mean, Mion could have some traps of her own planned, you know. A pitch-black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Do they all want to win that 50,000 yen prize that much? Well, I would want to win that much. I'm sure. No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always at the very top of the mountain. I just now noticed. Is that a little kaiju right here that my mouse is pointing at, if you guys can see it? Because somehow I think that might be a caricature of Godzilla. I know, weird thing for me to just point out right now, but I'm just looking at all the different things in the shop as I'm reading here. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin.
みんないいかな？
Is everybody ready?
慶長
Listen close now. Mion began the formalities, standing in for the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There's no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split up into 5 groups via a draw. Each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final.
さて、各卓の競技方法なんだけど、
Now, as for how each group will compete,
これは各卓で好きに決めていいよ。
each table can decide to play whatever they want.
このお店にあるゲームなら何を使っても OK。
As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in club mode at DEFCON 1. I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed.
ミオン、質問いいか？
Mion, can I ask a question?
みんな自分の得意ゲームを主張して決まらないんじゃねえのか？
Won't everybody push to play a game they're good at and not be able to agree on which one? That is a good question to ask, actually.
そうだね。
That's right.
決まらないと始められないね。
If we can't decide, we can't start. The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion.
紳士的に決めてほしいけど、そういう時は店のマスターが決めるってのでいい？
I prefer it if you're all good sports and manage to come to a decision on your own. But if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you? It was an event at a toy store, after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. A rather nice proposition for the store. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush him. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye.
当然わかってると思うけど、部活メンバーには一般参加者とは別に罰ゲームがつくからね。
Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants. Not even the casuals can escape penalties, huh? Mion, you're just cruel. You're a tyrant. I should overthrow you. I'll be a better king than you ever were. Heh,
そんなことだろうと思ったぜ。
I thought as much.
内容はなんだ？
What's the gist of it?
勝者が敗者一人一人に1個命令。
The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hamcock with tail attached or something? You mean kind of like what you were forced to do in Chapter 1 at one point? Wouldn't that just be funny if history repeated? The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game.
敗者一人一人に命令。つまり、ビリでなくても罰ゲームってことだな。
The losers get 1 order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game.
そういうこと。
That'd be the case. So plenty of penalties to go around then, huh?
勝者がない場合は？
What about if there's no winner?
部活メンバーが全員途中で脱落したらお流れか？
Like if all the club members drop out midway through. Let me guess. You're gonna lock the doors so we can't leave, right?
ケイちゃん、脳みそは元気？
Kei-chan, are you alright in the head?
何？
What? The look in Mion's eyes became that of a lion baring its fangs.
我が部の再生映画、どう間違ったらこんなひよこども相手に負けるっての？
How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns?
ケイちゃん。
Kei-chan.
初戦で消えて、私に恥かかさないでよ。
Don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become.
見てろ。
You just wait and see.
ただミオンにいじめられてたわけじゃないってことを見せてやるぜ。
I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you.
会おうね。
We shall meet
決勝で。
in the finals. The results of the draw were enough to make you cry, Conspiracy. Well, let me look. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up among the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine, though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. The competition in my table was... these two, huh? They look younger than me. Huh?
あれお前ら学校のクラスメイトだよな。
Aren't you two classmates of mine?
あ、どうも。
Oh, hi.
富田です。
I'm Tomita.
彼は岡村です。
This is Okamura. Okamura greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seems like a pretty easy matchup. It may seem that way, but we won't know for sure until we actually start, now will we? Lucky. Time to destroy them without mercy.
じゃあみんな、
Alright then, everybody.
それぞれに対戦ゲームを決めて、始めてちょうだい。
Please decide on your games and start. With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at.
悪いな。どれも知らないゲームなんだ。
Sorry, they're all games I don't know.
もっと知名度の高いやつにしてくれ。
Could you pick something a little more well-known? Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Sounds to me like we need to get the owner involved. Naturally, after 5 minutes, the table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on the game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner. Was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? Well, that'd be smart. That'd actually be quite smart of him to do.
これなら俺も知ってるよ。
I know this one.
二人も知ってるよな。
You guys do too, right?
ルーレットを回してゴールを目指す。
Spin the wheel and head to the goal.
最後に清算して一番お金を持ってるやつが勝ちだ。
Whoever has the most money after we liquidate our assets is the winner. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At the time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game was progressed a bit.
1、2、3、4
1, 2, 3, 4.
出産祝いをもらう。
Celebrate the birth of your child.
全員から$5000もらう。
Receive $5,000 from everybody. That's quite the gift. That's quite the gift, I gotta say.
悪いね。
Sorry. Okay, I built a bit of a lead.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8と。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
ボーナス。
Bonus.
銀行から10万ドルもらう。
Receive $100,000 from the bank. What? The tables were turned in an instant. I told you that it probably won't be easy.
1、2、3
1, 2, 3.
出世コースに進む。
Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good route. It seems like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck! And they're probably beginners compared to you, so... beginner's luck is in their favor. What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? Well, if there was a Buddha statue lying around, I would recommend that you go rub the Buddha's belly. But since I don't think there is, well, you're kind of fucked, my friend. The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. You're right, it's decided on the Buddha's belly button. How are the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was... what? Oop, didn't mean to hit the log button. They weren't doing anything? Had they still not decided on a game? This idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Okay, I think I got auto-enabled. Mion was lounging about leisurely holding some juice she brought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. Couldn't be. She already finished? Okay, I think I disabled it. That's good. What game was it? That easily? It's probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were still sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? Probably. Then what about Rina's table? Spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Reina tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Would she have a hard time with this game?
じゃあ読みますよ。
Then I'll read it out.
犬も歩けばくたびれる。
The dog gets tired on a walk. What happened? At the same instant, the shop owner began sounding out the words. The card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth! Impossible. Where did it go? It was against Reina's cheek. It went off the face of the earth and onto the face of Reina. She was rubbing it there. So cute! I'm taking it home. Well, you can, along with the rest of the game if you lose, Reina. Looking at the card Reina was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting in half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. Poor Karuta. With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all the people to play that game, it had to be Reina. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier.
決まったね。
It's over. Mion smiled coolly. Seeing no further reason to keep watching, she turned back. So cute, so cute!
レナ、可 勝ってもこのカルタちゃんと買うよ。
Even if Reina wins, I'll still buy these cards.
お持ち帰り。
I'm taking them home. Oh. Well, I'm pretty sure the shop owner will be very happy to hear that. After that, the second card started being read out. Bam! Bam! Such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Chtoku? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the stressed look on Chtoku's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that have been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Chtoku probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided.
Hojo, 悪いけど、僕も優勝賞金を狙ってるんだ。
Hojo. Sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money.
悪く思うなよ。
Don't hate me for this. This guy. Did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed.
決まったな。
It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What?
そんな。
No way.
確かにここはハートのエース。
The Ace of Hearts should have been here. There was a commotion at Chtoku's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If his opponent was a Chtoku, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Chtoku, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over.
あら、ケイチさんの勝負はまだつきませんの？
Keiichi-san, you still haven't finished your match?
センスないですわね。
You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of voice reserved for only winners, Chtoku called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned.
やるじゃねえか。
So the game was rigged then, is what you're saying. Nice work there.
ハートのエースなんておしゃれな罠をかけやがって。
Setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts.
相手を仕留める罠はほんのちょっぴり。
My opponent only walked into one of my traps.
それも1個で十分ですのよ。
Even then, one was more than enough. Chtoku was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough? Ain't that cool? The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Right, how was Rika-chan doing? How's our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in the corner, the mood at the table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was... You know that battery-powered fishing game? Maybe? The one where the fish opened and closed their mouths as they rotated on the platform and used a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? An old thing. I think I played that before, actually. A long time ago when I was a wee little boy. It seems they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but... It had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive.
わあ、釣れましたですよ。
Wow, I caught one.
うまいうまい。
You're so good. That was a man that spoke? That sounded like a boy to me.
リカちゃんうまいよ。
Rika-chan, you're good at this.
おっとっと、また釣られちゃったよ。
That sounded female, and yet this also says man. Oh my, she caught another one.
リカちゃんはうまいな。
Rika-chan is really good at this. I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents, along with the onlookers, before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Fruit fan club. Infomercial. Where the hell did I get infomercial?
リカちゃんの圧勝だよ。
It's Rika-chan's total victory.
圧勝だよ。
Total victory.
リカちゃん、お魚釣りうまいんだね。
Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she?
リカちゃんが釣ってるのは多分魚じゃないと思うな。
What Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard.
リカにしかできない、リカだから許される大技ですわね。
This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah. A masterful technique.
前原さんの番ですよ。
Hey Bar-san, it's your turn.
ああ、すまんすまん。
Oh, sorry.
俺の番か。
Guess it is.
1、2、
1, 2.
脱税の追徴課税。
Fine for tax evasion. Maybe that's why Orishiro-sama cursed you in Chapter 1. If we pretend for a minute that's what was actually responsible for your demise. Maybe she didn't like the fact that you don't pay your taxes, Keiichi. In which case, that is a crime worthy of capital punishment. I'm kidding to those of you watching. I don't actually believe that. Please don't take me too seriously.
5万ドル支払う。
Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game. What an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing.
あれ？ケイイチ君、ひょっとして苦戦かな？苦戦かな？
Huh. Keiichi-kun, could it be that you're struggling? You're struggling?
岡村。
Okamura.
あなた今いくらぐらい持ってますですの？
Right now, how much money do you have? Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the wheat horse, began to count through a stack of White's $100,000 bills.
98万ちょいくらいかな。
Okay, looks to me like our limit is probably just 3 character sprites on screen at once. Good to know, I guess. At least that'll be consistent with Chapter 1. About 980,000, I guess.
富田はどれくらいお金持ちですか？
Just how much money do you have, Tomita?
僕は88万ドル。
I have $880,000.
まだまだ逆転できる位置だね。
I'm still close enough to turn this around. Those two, it looked like they would easily surpass $1 million.
で、ケイちゃんはいくら持ってんの？
Well, Kei-chan, how much money do you have? I bet it's in the 5 digits. Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president.
仕方ねえだろ。
It can't be helped.
このゲーム、ルーレット回す以外に何も作戦がないんだぜ。
There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game.
イカ様があるとしたらなんだよ。二人に目をつぶって100数えてもらって、その隙にルーレットに細工でもするのか？
How am I
そんなのできるわけねえだろ。
How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel? You know there's no way I can do that. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Well, here's your pat on the head from Rika-chan, Keiichi. It finally came to you. Still, she wasn't too happy.
無様ですわね。
How pathetic.
一度は好敵手と思ったのに。
At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary.
幻滅でしたよ。
I've been utterly disillusioned. Well, you heard her, Keiichi. You suck.
投げちゃダメだよ、ケイイチ君。
Don't give up, Keiichi-kun.
何か逆転があるはずだよ。
There has to be some way to make a comeback.
頑張ろう。
Do your best.
最後まで頑張ろう。
Right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right? Mion? Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent. Like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word.
おい、ミオ。
Hey, me. It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself.
失望したよ。
I'm disappointed.
みんな本気なのに。ケイちゃんだけは本気になってくれなかったね。
Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't.
本気ってなんだよ。
What do you mean by serious?
気合でルーレットの目をコントロールしろってのかよ。
Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? I would say yes. That's probably exactly what she's saying to you.
そんなのできるかよ。
How can I do that? Just will it to spin in your favor, man. I do that shit all the time. Will things to happen. More often than not, it doesn't go my way, though. But sometimes it does. And it happens just enough to make me convinced that I actually have some kind of psychic powers. And no, I don't actually have psychic powers.
本気のケイちゃんなら、そのゲームでも開始10秒で蹴りをつけてたね。
If you are serious about it, you have settled this game in 10 seconds from when you started.
みーちゃん、そんなに怒ることないよ。
Mi-chan, you don't have to get so angry.
待ってよ。
Wait. Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it! Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have settled this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious. If I were serious! Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh.
ゲーム進めます？
Should we continue the game? I think the Higurashi in the background are telling me, give up, loser! So, maybe. Two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence.
前原君は投了でいいかな。
Maibara-kun, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, The demon inside me let loose a howl, and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! So intense. I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer.
富田君、
Tomita-kun,
岡村君、
Omakura-kun,
取引しよ
let's make a deal.
う。俺を勝たせろ。
Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I'd just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused.
前原さん、暴力はなしですよ。
Hey, Minbara-san, no violence.
ちゃんとゲームで勝敗を。
Let's sell this game properly.
話は最後まで聞け。
Just listen to what I have to say.
お前らの望みは何だ？
What is it you guys want?
優勝して5万円か？
The 50,000 yen prize.
そりゃそうですよ。
Well, of course.
5万なんて大金。二度とないチャンスですよ。
Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
仮に優勝したとして、
Even supposing you win.
お前らその5万で何をする？
What are you going to do with that money?
どんな楽しみ方をする？
How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly.
新しいゲーム買うとか、
Buy a new game or something?
お菓子とか、
Snacks?
ジュースとか。
Maybe some juice.
小せえ小せえ。
That's petty. So petty.
バカかお前ら。
Are you guys stupid? Don't call the small children stupid. You might make them cry.
じゃあ前原さんが勝ったらどんな楽しみ方があるって言うんですか？
Then how will you enjoy if you win, Mibara-san?
俺か？
Me?
そこが本題だ。
That's the point.
今から言うことを黙って聞け。
Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around.
まず富田君、君は里子萌えだよな。
First of all, Tomita-kun, you like Satoko, right?
否定すんな。
Don't deny it!
そして岡村君、
Next, Omakura-kun.
君はリカ萌えだな。
Okamura-kun, excuse me. You like Rika, right?
赤くなるな。
Don't turn red! Are you gonna promise them dates with those two? I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said. Even closer.
美少女、
Lollies!
萌え、
Moe!
男の推薦、男のロマン。
What men covet. What men dream about. I don't covet lollies.
例えるなら永遠にたどり着けないエデンの園。
It's like an unreachable Garden of Eden.
だけど目指すんだろ。
Even then, you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you?
それは俺たちのハートに熱い魂が燃えよと叫ぶからだ。
That's because our passionate souls scream for Moe! That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power.
俺が優勝したら富田君、
Tomita-kun, if I win,
里子を一日首輪付きで君の妹にしてあげよう。
I'll make Satoko wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. You could do that through penalty, couldn't you? Anyway, it's a big promise, man. I gotta say, I definitely like the blood splatter. I definitely like the blood splatter CG. Definitely looks a lot more refined. A red fountain spewed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. And here come the nosebleeds.
そして岡村君、
Also, Okamura-kun.
君には猫耳リカちゃんに手綱をつけてお散歩させてあげよう。
I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan and let you take her out for a walk on a leash. Blood erupted from the vein in Okamura-kun's forehead. That could be bad. That sounds like an aneurysm to me.
そうそう、
そんな
うるたえるな。
Don't be shy.
お前たちは俺に無理やり付き合わされたことにすればいいんだ。
Just pretend I forced you to go along with me.
前原先輩のわがままの犠牲者なだけいやいやでいいんだよ。分かってる。お前たちの胸の内は全部分かってる。
You two are simply sacrifices to Maibara Senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire. Then, I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice.
俺は灰色の学校生活を送ってきた。
My school life was very bleak.
それがどんなにつまらなく人生の大切な時間を浪費したことになるのか身をもって知った。
I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives.
だから後輩のお前たちには
So, to you, my juniors,
そんな時間を過ごしてほしくないんだよ。
I don't want you to live your lives like that!
自分に素直になれ。夢を追え。そして叶えろ。
Be honest with
俺が叶え
yourselves.
てやる。
Chase your dreams! Fulfill them! I'll fulfill them for you! You're such a loser, Keiichi. An entertaining one, all the same, though. It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. You better fucking win at the end of this whole thing, otherwise these two children are gonna haunt you. Or maybe stick firecrackers in your pockets. Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never! There was no way there was! That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment with these two. So where are the other 2 then? If you don't mind my asking.
じゃあいいな。
It's fine then?
行くぞ。
Let's do it.
せーの。
1, 2, 3.
ゲーム終了。
Game over! It was such an absurd declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators were certain of my loss.
ケイイチさん、どうなりましたの？
Keiichi-san, what happened?
勝敗は？
Who won?
俺の完全勝利だ。
It was my complete victory.
なんですって？
What did you say?
あの状況、どうやってひっくり返しましたの？
Exactly how did you overcome that situation? By appealing to the testosterone of young boys, my friend, and that sounds really horrible when I say that out loud. Don't ever make me say that again.
家庭なんか必要ないよな。
There's no need to explain what happened.
男と男の決着だよな。
It was a gentleman's agreement. Sure, let's go with that.
ああ、みんな
Right, guys?
うわー
Yes, sir! The 2 of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during those 3 minutes the spectators all looked away from my other... Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during those 3 minutes the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage?
やったよ、ケイイチくん。わーい。
You did it! You did, Keiichi-kun! Yay! The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle. What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Neon, you know? There's no doubt he has some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd, who couldn't help but be excited, out of the corner of my eye. Now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh.
これが俺の本気ってことだよ。
So this is what it means for me to be serious.
ミオ。
Mion.
遅えっての。
You took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in a most unsightly fashion.
じゃあこれで部活メンバーが全員1回戦突破ですわね。
With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then.
ということは、今度はみんなで対決だね。対決だね。
Which means, this time, it's a match against everybody. A match!
僕はもう賞金で買うものを決めていますです。
I've already decided what I'm going to buy at the prize money.
もちろんですわ。
That's only natural.
ね
Right? Satoko and Rina smiled, sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maebara when he gets serious?
ミオン、
Mion,
失敗だったな。
that was a mistake.
お前はさっき、俺に助言すべきじゃなかったぜ。
You shouldn't have offered me advice just now.
ひよこが
What a mewing newborn you are.
私に勝つなんて100万光年早いって。
You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me.
ミオン、
Neon,
光年は距離の単位だぞ。
light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed.
どうするのみーちゃん。
It's okay, Mion. I say stupid shit like that too. I can relate. What are we doing, Mi-chan?
5人でどう戦うのかな
How are the five of us going to face off?
かな
How?
さーて、
Well, now.
これだけ豪華な面々が揃ったんだからね。
We have such a splendid lineup.
今日という日を急ぐのが惜しいよ。
It would be a waste to rush things.
みーの言ってる意味が難しいです。
Mi is saying something complicated again.
まさか、てめえ
Couldn't be. Why, you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table.
今日の勝負を部長園崎美音が預からせてもらうよ。
As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now.
勝負方法と日時は未定。
The method and time are yet
ギャ
undecided.
ラリーは多い方がいいね。
The more spectators, the better.
Hinamizawaも沖宮も全ての人間の目の前で。
It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya.
これ以上ないくらい徹底的な決着をつけてあげるよ。
By then, we'll know the best way to finally sell things. Well, I sure hope that I'll be alive to see this competition through.
いける気ですの
I mean, forgive me for raining on everybody's parade here, but I mean, considering how Chapter 1 ended, I can't help but be a bit pessimistic about how things are going to go from here on out. Are you running away from this?
いくらみおさんでも卑怯ですことよ。
That is too unfair, even for you, Mion-san.
ひよこが
You newborn.
生かされたことにまだ気づかんか。
Do you still not realize what has happened? A combative aura billowing out from Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoko's advance.
また会いましょう。
We'll meet again.
せいぜい首でも洗っとくことね。
Prepare for your inevitable defeat. Those two boys must be feeling very disappointed right now. That's going to be a little while before they can possibly get their promises by Keiichi fulfilled. For them, I guess. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. A new guy, Maebara. He's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. My Bara-san! You've got to win!
おう
Yeah!
ネオンなんざ逆さにしてサンズの川に叩き込んでやるぜ
I'll dunk someone like Mion head first into the river Styx for ya! Hopefully not unlike how you did in Chapter 1, I hope. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant began between Tomata-kun, Okamura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated Empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's going to be Reina with that ungodly speed. Satoko the trap artist. Rika the siren. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Maebara. However, right now, I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that. I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off.
逃げるなミオン
Don't run away, Mion!
部長なら逃げるな
If you're the club president, don't run!
俺と戦え
Fight me!
ごめん、ケイちゃん。私これからバイト。
Oh, sorry, Kei-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Oh, is that why you canceled things? Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions as I was doing the splits. I hope you're naturally flexible, because that could hurt.
うん。
Yeah.
ケイイチくんがゲームしてる間にみーちゃんに電話があったの。
While you were playing your game, Mi-chan received a phone call.
残念だね。
It's too bad.
せっかく暑くなってきたのに、ついてないよ。
It was just getting good, too. Not our unlucky day. Well, I'm certainly not complaining. I mean, this episode's been going on for about almost an hour and 45 minutes now.
おじさんの店でさ、特売にお客が殺到してるらしくてさ、レジが足りないから助けてって電話があったんだよ。
They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the registers, so he called me for help.
おじさんってなんだスーパーの店長でもやってんのか
When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something?
ささやかなお店だけどね。
It's just a small store.
でもさ、
But...
特売やれば主婦が殺到するの常識で読めないのかね。
Whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like locusts. Don't they have any common sense?
店員足りないのに卵1パックを一人様1点限り10円なんてやるな。
Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen. Limit one per customer. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now. Almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right. Club mode was over for now. But it was really heated today. It was really fun. Damn, Mion. She knows how to fire people up.
私こそ
Me too.
頭がジンジン痺れるくらい燃え上がったよ。
I got so fired up my head started to tingle. Stop reading his head.
特にケイちゃん
Especially Kei-chan.
怖かっ
That was scary.
た。あの場で本当に噛み殺されるんじゃないかって思ったね。
I thought it was going to eat me alive there.
お仕事だから仕方ないけど、本当に残念だね。
It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do. But it really is too bad.
この続き、本当にやりたいですわね。
I really want to continue this some other time.
いつがいいでございましょう。
Anytime is good.
綿流しのお祭りでやるのなんていいですよ。
How about we do it at the Watanagashi Festival? The festival again?
綿流し祭五強爆闘か。
The Cotton Drifting Five Demon Fire Fight.
そうだね。
That's right. This has to be an alternate universe thing then. Because they didn't do anything like... Wait a minute. Well, I guess you could count their games at the stalls to win prizes as part of that, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember them ever mentioning playing a game like this before then, back in Chapter 1. So this has to be an alternate universe thing, right? Or an alternate timeline? Con-drifting fire demon firefight. That's right.
考えておくかな。
I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watching the Nagashi Festival? Con-drifting 5 demon... What?
私、週刊漫画みたいないい加減なノリ大好きなんだ。
I love it when things turn out all over the top and manga-like.
こんな痛快な部活が近いうちにまたできるといいね。
It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughs with a smile that makes you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us?
今日はみんな本当にありがと
Thank you, everybody, for today.
う。おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。
Thanks to you, the event went really well.
大したものじゃないけど、これ今日のおだちんに。
It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys.
あ、吉郎おじさん。
Hey, Uncle Yoshiru.
私にはないの？おだちん。
Isn't there a little something for me too?
あらあらあら。
My, my.
かわいいのが出てきましたわよ。
Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside.
わあ、
Wow,
これかわいい。
they're so cute.
お持ち帰りしていいの？
Can I take them home?
本当に？
I really can?
ってことは俺のもかな。
Which means there's something for me too.
お、
Oh,
なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Reina's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and... Rika-chan too?
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね。
Kei-chan got one that fits him the least.
なんつうのか、プリティっていうか、キュートっていうか。
How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute.
可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit it's adorable. But a doll with changeable clothes is...
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からあれな趣味の人扱いだね。うん。
If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow. Definitely. You better stuff it in your pocket then, Keiichi. You didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Reina instead. How did I know you'd do that? Oh, look at this! An actual CG artwork thing. That's not just a background picture. And yep, looking at the artwork of the characters, I think I can definitely say for certain that I'm definitely going to keep the console sprites enabled, because it seems to match with the CG artwork here the best. So, yeah. Huh?
くれるの？
You're giving it to me?
レナに？
To Reina? And now that I'm taking a look at the size of that thing, you would have to have very deep pockets, Keiichi.
ありがとう。
You're giving it to me? To Reina? Thank you!
方針のためだよ。
Just protecting myself.
レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
If I didn't give it to Reina, then walking the streets at night would be scary.
違いない違いない。
No doubt, no doubt.
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、ちょっと違うよな。
I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right.
へへへへ。わかってるじゃない。
You know it.
私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy.
女でよかったな。
It's better that you're a girl.
男だったらもうとっくに殺してる。
If you were a boy, I would have killed you already. Please don't make that joke, Keiichi. That's kind of reminded me of uncomfortable memories from the finale of Chapter 1.
今のうちに殺しといた方がいいよ。
You should kill me while you still can.
じゃないとケイちゃん、死んで後悔することになるから。
If you don't, Kei-chan, you might not live to regret it. You're really making me feel regrets right now. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her.
来世では神様に男にしてもらえるように頼めよ。
Ask God to make you a boy in your next life.
俺も男にしてもらうから。
I'll also have him make me a boy.
そしたらケイちゃんと組んで軽く全国制覇から始めようかね。
Then together, the two of us will start with taking over the country as warm-up. Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. The lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things.
じゃあね。
Later then.
今日は最高に楽しかった。
Today was really fun.
またねみんな。
I'll see you later, guys.
明日学校で。
Tomorrow at school.
バイト遅刻すんなよ。
Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint of chill.
もうちょっと街で遊んでいく？
Should we play it for a bit more in town?
それとも帰るかな？
Or should we go home?
暗くなると道が怖いですよ。
The road gets scary when it's dark.
では、引き上げ時ですわね。
Then I guess it's time to leave.
今日は本当にいっぱい騒ぎましたわ。
We certainly caused a ruckus today.
そうだな。よっしゃ。
We sure did. Okay,
帰ろうぜ。
let's go home. The wind blew gently, as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind.
そうそう。
Oh, that's right.
レナさん圧勝でございましたわね。
Reina-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you?
レナがああなっちゃ悪いけど誰にも勝ち目はないな。
When Reina gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her.
だってすごい可愛いカルタだったんだもの。
It's because the cards were so cute.
ほら、
See?
買っちゃったんだよ。
I bought them.
リカも相変わらずですわ。
Rika was the same as usual.
リカにかかれば男どもなんて赤子の手をひねるようなものですわね。
When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby.
楽勝だったのです。
It was an easy win.
どこまで計算づくでどこまでが天然なのか。
How much was calculated and how much was natural?
リカちゃんの行く末が実に怖いな。
I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future.
さとこちゃんだってすごかったね。
Satoko-chan was amazing too.
最後は大盛り上がりだったよ。
The way it ended was really exciting.
褒められるようなゲームではありませんでしたよ。
It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented.
ケイイチも最後はとうとう牙を剥きましたです。
Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there.
ん？ まあな。
Well, I guess.
俺は追い詰められてからが強い男なんだ。
I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered.
富田さんたちなんだかすっごく応援してましたけど、何ですかしらね。
Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about?
富田と岡村に何か約束してましたです。
He made some sort of promise if Tomita and Okamura.
きっと内緒話なのですよ。
It's probably a secret.
内緒話。
A secret? A secret? Oh yeah, that's right. You, are are not too terribly fond of secrets, aren't you, Reina? Oh boy. This could be bad.
なんだろうね、なんだろうね。
Oh, I wonder what it is, I wonder.
男には時に戦いを通じてしか語り合えないものがあるんだよ。
Sometimes, for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents, and reflected on how fun today was.
見てごらんなさいませ。
Everybody, look!
夕日が綺麗でございますわよ。
The sunset is beautiful. Everything's in a nice golden shade. I like it. Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed. Waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. New tips unlocked. Who's me on Zanko? So seems like in this instance, with each new chapter we complete within, well, the story's chapter, as confusing as that sounds, we also unlock tips. So we can view new tips, view all tips, say them over game, and continue. Okay, so as tempted as I am to want to check out the tip I just unlocked, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stop the episode here, and we can see what the tip is, along with starting the next chapter in Chapter 2 in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 2. I'm certainly enjoying it so far. I'm definitely liking the new look. Along with the opening cinematics and the CG arts and pretty much everything I've seen so far. Although I do think I ultimately prefer the look of the character sprites on the remake versions. I do think that, again, the character sprites for the consoles matches the artwork and the overall appearance of the game here. So I definitely think I'm just going to keep the console sprites enabled. Yeah, I definitely think this is probably going to be an instance where the pros of all the mods that I've installed here will definitely outweigh the cons. So yeah, if you enjoyed this first episode of Higurashi When They Cry and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all next time. Take care.